You're listening to Startup Stories on Good Morning Delhi with Sarthak.
That's exactly what you're doing. Listening to stories of those who had an idea and then had faith enough in the idea to take that leap of faith and put their money where their idea is. And today, of course, we've got the wonderful Rituraj with us. He runs a startup called Growpital, which is in the agri sector. It'll be wonderful if you tell us what your what Growpital is all about, Rituraj.
Gropal is a unique investment platform wherein it gives opportunities to retail investors where they can make tax-free fixed income out of becoming passive farmers in itself. That's right.
Okay. That sounds extremely exciting, where I can call myself a farmer without actually taking up the shovel or the spade and getting my hands dirty, which sort of makes me feel a little guilty as well. But then tell us, when did the idea strike? And this is not your first startup. So can we call you a serial startup entrepreneur?
Yeah, you can take it like this, but now I would like to call myself an Agripreneur.
Agripreneur is a wonderful name. Yes, absolutely. Yeah. So where were I'm going to do the pun bit. Where were the seeds of the idea sown for Growpital?
So it's a long thing. It's a perennial crop now. Okay, so we have been doing it from the past 6 years.
Right.
Okay, we started off with hydroponics, which was soil-less farming.
Sure.
Now we are into like multiple things in coffee estates, tea estates, rubber intercropping in rubber plantations and all. Open free farming of fruits, vegetables and all.
Right. And did this, how long ago did you have the idea of Growpital?
For Gropal, it was 2 years back.
Mm-hmm. And where did the idea come from?
We were in need of money.
Yeah, there could be a better thought than being in need of money. But so if people were to want to know a little more about Growpital, are you on the internet somewhere? Do you have a website, etc.?
Yeah, sure. We are having our website. You can go over to Gropal.com and learn more about us. And then you can find everything, the investment options there, how you will be investing, how the accounts will be created, where our farms are located, where crops are there.
But tell me, what are the mechanics? So I log on to Gropal.com and then what happens?
Technically, you become a partner in the farm project, and in a way that is the technicality itself, because no one was making you partner. Everybody was creating in such a way, like taking in the format of loans or something else.
Sure.
But we are not taking any loan. Okay. But we are giving you some sort of assured returns through the farming project.
Right.
And it's a diversified, or I must say a better word to put it, it's a mutual fund of agri projects. That's why the projects are located into different parts of country.
Right.
Different crops are being grown. That's how.
So then I log on to Gropal.com and what do I get? What's the steps? I mean,
So it's like as simple as creating a Facebook account.
Okay.
You create your own account, do your KYC. Okay. Put in some funds in the escrow or the wallet there, and you can choose. Is
there a minimum balance that needs to be maintained?
No, it's not no minimum balance, no fees, no processing charges, nothing is there. Okay. And the minimum investment you can start off with like 5,000 rupees, and the tax-free return of 10% there. The maximum is 15%. That is also tax-free.
Wonderful. So essentially, what I need to do is I need to log in, create my account, and then is there a choice of what kind of farming I want to do on?
The choice is not with you. Okay, because.
So that's where your expertise comes
exactly.
in, right?
So again quoting the same thing. In a mutual fund, you don't choose the funds wherein you are investing. It's a whole project or the portfolio there.
You choose to put your faith in an expert, right?
Exactly.
So what is the expertise? Because I'm assuming that if I put my money in, I'll want to know how safe it is. Who's the expert who's doing that? So is there transparency as far as that is concerned?
Yeah, we are very transparent. We let you know about where the farms are located and all.
Okay.
Considering the expertise part of it, I must say, we can keep it very simple that farming is not rocket science.
Sure.
Okay.
Of course.
So you should know what to do. It is all about. It is very much dependent upon some of the factors which are not in our control, like the weather and the market price plays a very vital role in there.
Of course.
So that's why we do this diversification part of it. We have different parts, different farms in different parts of the world, so that the weather anomaly will not be same on all the farms.
I see.
The market prices of the same crop will not be same in each city of India.
Right.
Okay, so this plays a good part. That's our expertise. That what crop has to be chosen in what percentage of the whole project area which we have.
So essentially, that's where the Excel sheet comes in.
Yeah, that's where the Excel sheet.
And you're the ones who are the experts in filling that Excel sheet.
Correct.
All I need to do is put in my money and wait.
Yeah.
Obviously, there are promises, and then there's the harsh reality of the Excel sheet, as we keep saying, and the balance sheet as well. So what's the funding scene like?
So we are bootstrapped till date.
Oh, okay.
another point to add there is we are profitable also,
Uh-huh.
and making like impressive revenues. The fiscal year which we closed right now, we made a revenue of approximately 55 CR
Right.
with a profit of 7 CR in it.
Wow, that's. But there's also a lot of cynicism involved as far as anything that has to do with agriculture and money is concerned, because agriculture is a very emotive subject for all of us, and to equate that with making money and there's that whole respect bit and all of that comes in. There's a lot of people who will probably thumb their noses or raise their eyebrows. Have you had to face that cynicism?
Yeah, we faced that. People would always agriculture was always facing that gloomy kind of scenario that the farmers are having suicides and all. They are not earning money and all.
Which
But
is a very, very harsh reality
Right,
as well. I
right.
mean, there's no backing away from that. Absolutely.
Correct. So that's where we pitch in. We try to create a corporate structure around it. We try to create a business model around it, because we believe the 55% population of India are freelancers. We can give them a platform through our model,
Right.
wherein they can earn a fixed income source,
Sure.
give their children good education there, and a complete SOP model wherein the business can run around it.
So essentially, an organized model where their effort will equal reward.
Right.
That's brilliant. So, as you said, you're bootstrapped, but are there plans? Are there expansion plans? Are there plans to actually go in for funding rounds, etc.? Is anything on the plan?
We'll raise funding if we are really getting the right value and we are able to squeeze the timelines. So the good part is our retail community or the investor community which we have currently have given us really good response. As of date, we have raised approximately 70 CR of funds through our retail community itself, which in itself is a good number there.
I agree, absolutely.
Okay. Through which we have been over 4,000 acres of land area all over India. We have this fiscal year we will be closing over 15,000 acres. So that's the numbers there. We'll be having a revenue of 400 crores by the end of this fiscal year.
Right.
So till that extent we are good to go.
Sure.
If we want to go beyond that,
Uh-huh.
and that's where the funding will be required.
Sure.
Because the pipeline will be short there without the funding.
So tell me, if I put money into Growpital, can I also call myself a landowner, or is it just a lease on land that is actually growing the crops, etc.?
So you are neither a landowner and nor a lease owner, but you are a portfolio fraction owner.
Okay, and explain that to me, because that completely flew over my head.
Okay. So look, in simple words, let's say I'm having like five different crops grown over different estates.
Sure.
Let's say soybean fail ho gaya in Rajasthan.
Okay.
But I'm having like coffees from Karnataka. It is not getting failed.
Sure.
So I cannot make you part of the land which is there in soybean. I cannot make the lease owner of you in soybean. I am giving you the fraction. Suppose you have invested like 1 lakh rupees with me.
Right.
And that's the portion of the fraction of the whole portfolio. Even if the soybean is getting failed and you are getting earning from that, and I am securing through a layer of fixed returns to you.
And what's the safety angle to it? I mean, considering that mutual funds usually have that very fast male voice saying mutual funds and basically please read offer document and they are market risk, etc. So is there market risk in Growpital as well?
So
what's the risk factor?
Although it is not linked to market forces and all, the risk factor is about all at an investor, from the investor's point of view, it is all about the liquidity.
Sure.
Okay. So let's say that on certain day, if all the investors come to me and say, "Mujhe mera paisa aaj hi de do," that will be a very difficult situation for me.
Sure.
Not only for me, for all the financial institutions of the world.
Absolutely.
Okay. But how we have taken care of that part is we maintain certain portion of liquidity. Right now, it is 18% with us.
Okay.
That whatever fund, suppose you invested 1 lakh with me, I will be utilizing only 90,000 out of it, or let's say 80,000 out of it. So that's where the ratio comes in.
Sure.
And the remaining funds are used only into crops which gives me returns within 12 months. Okay. I will not be investing your funds into like fruit orchards, creating fruit orchards, or let's say big plantation of eucalyptus or something like that. 12 months mein paisa wapas.
Rituraj, we're living in the age of social media, and it's only proper that we ask you for a listicle of learnings that you have, because considering that this is your third startup, I'm sure there are a lot of learnings that you might want to share with those who are taking their first tentative steps in that battlefield that is startup, especially in a time when funding winter and words like that are sort of the intimidation factor. So what are those 3 to 5 points that you'd like people to remember?
The first and foremost would be the profit. Never compromise with it.
Okay.
You should always have it.
Okay.
Don't go blinded by the growth part of it. You will always achieve the growth if you have the right process within the ecosystem which you are building.
And that's a very good point, because that nuance a lot of people miss, that growth does not equal profit.
Correct.
Sometimes it also leads to losses.
Right.
Right? Okay, brilliant.
So by growth, it happens. So see, many things are associated with it. You go blinded by that. I should be having the right fame at the it is like nothing will be like achieved by you if it is not the right time.
Sure.
Okay, so if you are having the profits with you, everything will fall in place. Okay, so correct revenues, correct processes, right team, and another thing which I would like to point out here is from the learnings on my past two startups is the delegation. Okay, if you know something, you have achieved it, delegate to someone, the skilled person there or the right person there, so that you create your own bandwidth. You are freed from that part, and the things can be executed in a good manner there.
Yeah, important to have faith in others so that your mind space is can expand a little more. Yeah,
right. नहीं छूटता वरना entrepreneur से काम नहीं छूटता.
नहीं छूटता, but मोह माया के जाल को it is important to cut.
Right.
बिल्कुल ठीक है. हाँ. And what's your third point?
The third point would be see, it's like the numbers there. Okay, so keep control of the finances. Okay, अगर आपको पता ही नहीं है where the funds are going, what portion of your investment or the expenses are going to marketing, what portion of your investment or the expenses are going into the team build up part and all, if you're not having the control, सिर्फ अंधाधुन नहीं चल सकता. You need to have control of all these things.
Control is extremely important, but not having control is also extremely important. And these are two very different things that Rituraj has pointed out so beautifully. And we can take his word for it because he's running a profitable bootstrapped startup and he has the balance sheet to prove it. So if this helps, please let us know. Sarthak from Radio is my Instagram ID. If you want to know more about Growpital, GROWPITAL.com is where you go. Google will anyway tell you if you get the spelling wrong, because Google really helps. But what helped was your complete honesty and generosity in sharing your ideas, Rituraj. This has been absolutely wonderful. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you very much for having me here.
So that's Growpital on Startup Stories, ladies and gentlemen. We're taking a break, coming right back. And of course, thoughts. I'm hoping that some were triggered, because when the action happens, afterthought, ooh, so tasty, no?